Mr. Weissman, we have started this evening and people are joining us already.
Mr. Winkler, this is very exciting. Great to be with you. And thanks for joining me on this Master Run Franchise Owner Action Plan session. Really appreciate it.
Well, I thought it would be a good, warm up to get us ready for some of the recognition segments at World Conference. We're together quite a bit coming up here in the next 30 days or so. So it's time to prepare.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, we have a lot of great new rising stars, new unfranchised owner levels being achieved. And it's just great to hear from active, growing unfranchised owners that are, going through the stepping stones and rising levels. So it's an exciting time,
It really is. It's great. I see everybody's putting where they're from. It's nice to see all of you. We've got people from Taiwan on this morning,
Awesome.
as well as all across the United States. So great to have you. Andrew, where are you coming from tonight?
I'm coming from my home in Miami. Actually, I'm technically in Lauren and JR's new home in Miami. We both live in Miami. I live like 36 blocks north, but I'm here, and it's great to be with everybody. And thanks for everybody for joining. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy and warm. I know, what do you had, minus 16 degrees, Jim, today?
I sent Andrew and the team a little screenshot this morning when I got up. It was minus 16 degrees here. Hence I'm wearing a sweatshirt. He's wearing a t-shirt. Wisconsin and Miami, but I think we're ready to. You know what is hot? Our business is hot. What we're going to do tonight is hot, and we're ready to go. I'm going to share my screen, Andrew, and let you start off. Does that sound good?
That sounds fantastic. 73 degrees in Miami right now. 73 degrees. Don't be jealous.
Give or take 90. It's fine,
Well, this is fun. Every week, this is the fourth week, I think, Jim. Each week, we're having a Master Run Franchise Owner Action Plan session. And of course, Jim and I are hosting this week's session. And the previous ones have been fantastic. A lot of value, a lot of great suggestions, tips, coaching, and guidance. And we're going to do that tonight. And our subject tonight is convert spending into earning, which obviously is something you can do as an unfranchised owner and as a customer by earning cash back, but predominantly as an unfranchised owner. And we're going to talk about how to create more IBV just by having some awareness, doing some planning, being a little bit more organized, and executing or taking action and utilizing the tools and the systems and the technology that we all have access to or are equipped with as unfranchised owners. So I'm looking forward to going through this with you, and hopefully the information will be of value. We're confident that it will be. And most importantly, we're hopeful that everybody does take action and that does create more IBV and BV for that matter, and it generates more commission. So that's what it's all about, and helping other people do the same thing. That's really what it's all about.
Really the key, Andrew. And you're right. We've had some great weeks already, which have been fun. We've had Kevin Buckman on. We've had Andrew Chi on a couple times. We've got a lot of great teammates who will be coming on in the weeks coming up too. So this is a great series, team, to get your team onto. And as we say on everything, there's, your success is going to depend on you doing the work. That's really the key, right, Andrew? It's, we wish everybody it would just happen without it, but you got to put time, effort, and success. And actually, I don't wish it would happen that way, because when you don't, you got to put the effort in to really feel that fulfillment from doing something. And this allows you to do that. It's a business. I always say it this way: if you work, it works. If you don't work, it doesn't work. Real simple way to take a look at it.
Well, a lot of people, Jim, that they know what to do, but very few actually do what they know. And a lot of the things we're going to go over tonight, I'm sure the people who have tuned in to this broadcast, they probably know these things. And if not, that's okay, because you'll learn them tonight. But if you do know them, it's about execution, taking action, having some fun in the process, and then just creating more volume for you and your team, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we do have these available, so everyone's aware. It's a screenshot from Market America's YouTube page, and it is on it'll say Master UFO Action Plan. This will be the fourth one. This one will go on probably next week. And then the countdown to MAWC is what Andrew will be doing later on tonight. Those are the first three of the, usually it's a two-person interview with some rising stars or experienced superstars. And Andrew, I know you have a fun night lined up tonight for people, right?
I do. Starting at 9 o'clock, I have Tina Rose and Pam Ballantyne, two new professional coordinators in our business, in our community, and it's great to hear. It's going to be great to hear from them. And I think Lauren might be coming on for a few minutes as well. So that's gonna be fun. But we had the disclaimer that came up just briefly there, and ultimately, as you guys know, it just basically just says if you don't do anything, don't expect to get the results you desire. That's really what it's all about: taking action, following the systems, following the proven business plan, executing on the result-producing activities, and being consistent with those. And so, as I said earlier, this focus. And the objective of tonight's session is about converting spending into earning, and in doing so, learning how to create more IBV. In fact, you're going to learn how to create more than 300 IBV, which is the amount necessary to satisfy part of the criteria to become a master-owned franchise owner. So that's the objective, and there's a variety of ways to create the IBV. And once again, it's going to create more awareness. We believe it's going to be very valuable for everybody to be more efficient, more effective in creating more IBV for you and your team.
Yeah, and guys, as we go through this, part of the way we're doing it is how do we hit Master UFO, right? And so tonight's segment is going to talk about really the IBV part of it. But I do want to give a quick shout out, Andrew, to a couple people. We've got, I know Carmen Ames is on with us. I see her tonight and has done a great job with her team leading in the accountability group. So there's an accountability group that goes along with this that everybody can do right from your own back office. You're unfranchised.com. If you go in, and on the first episode, we went in and actually showed you how to do that. I would recommend you take a look at that, because accountability is everything. And we want to congratulate the people who are doing it. We do take the time to take a look at these and see them when you send them in, and it's done in a teamwork style. So congratulations, Carmen, on what you're doing with that as well. And, we'll do a couple more shout outs as we're going through this as well.
Yeah, no, this is great. Accountability, sometimes the term accountability doesn't sound too attractive, but at the end of the day, it's about partnering, teaming up, staying on track. So the word accountability, sometimes doesn't have a positive connotation, but it actually is. And the nice thing about our business model and the way everything is organized, but just having one partner, just you and a partner, can keep each other on track, and it is critically important to build the business with somebody, and so we're hopeful that everybody's partnered up at least with one other person. And as we continue to do these sessions with the different subjects and matter and the different objectives each week, it'll lead into the World Conference. And then we're looking forward to starting on April 1, the second quarter of the year, by having the entire field globally be on the same track, striving to satisfy base 10, striving to then become activated if you're not activated, then satisfy 7 strong. And then, of course, which is a great stepping stone to becoming an official master-owned franchise owner. And so, but if everybody does this and everybody supports each other, we can do some really remarkable things as a community of entrepreneurs with our business model.
I agree, Andrew. Great points. And, I saw a couple people in the chat saying, "Oh, I'd love to be part of that." Reach out. You can even send a message. We'll show you at the end and say, "Hey, I'd like to be part of a team." You can put a team together. But it's great that you're thinking that way, because Andrew's right. Come April 1st, boy, you'll really have wanted to do this for a while, so you are ready to rock and roll. We can't announce everything because there's going to be some big announcements at World Conference, right, Andrew?
Without a doubt. I just want to make mention, obviously we've been in business for almost 30 years. In fact, in August at our international convention will be our 30th annual international convention. It's hard to even fathom that's even happening, how fast time flies. But JR, our founder, our chairman and CEO, his initial idea and vision was to be able to provide a business where you can earn on almost anything that you need to purchase, whether you need it or want it, right? And so, of course, in the very beginning, we hardly had any products, but obviously today, just with our own exclusive products, it's such a wide range, tapping into many multi-billion-dollar industries. We have hundreds, if not thousands, when you take into account all the cosmetics and jewelry SKUs, we all have access to. But then, of course, with the partner program, the affiliate program, having a few thousand partners, of course, now today, we have millions of products and services that you can access. We all can access through our own shop.com sites. So JR's original thought, idea, and vision of being able to convert spending into earning, being able to provide a business where you can get paid on almost everything that you need and want has really come to fruition. It's become a reality. We've evolved, we've grown consistently for these years, and we've become really good. But at the end of the day, I always say every unfranchised business presentation that I present, and Jim, maybe you the same, we're just getting started. We have the foundation to grow from, but we're just getting started. So now's really a great time to be an unfranchised owner, to grow an unfranchised business. So the fact is, we as unfranchised owners need to be a product of the product. The first step, even in retailing, is to be a product of the product. Be your own best customer. Use the products. You can have experiences, and you can then naturally, confidently, comfortably talk about your experiences with our products. As a new unfranchised owner, we're not suggesting that you go and just throw everything out, but pretty methodically, and rather quickly, go ahead and convert the products that you're buying at the retail stores, now into your own business by buying products that pay you or create BV and IBV, you see. And then, of course, beyond the products that you can't get through our exclusive products, it goes to the affiliate program or the partners, because we all should be getting BV or IBV for almost everything that we need and want. And you can do that, and you should be doing that as a committed unfranchised owner who has a desire to grow their business, provided, like I said before, Jim, there's a little bit of an awareness, have a little planning, being organized, and then executing.
I agree. And I know tonight we're going to really focus on the IBV part of it, because we assume everybody does the B, and as Andrew, he put it perfectly, convert everything over that you can. That's what you do it as you run out of things, replace it, but then become a product of the product. But IBV takes, Andrew, it takes a little more thought, doesn't it? It takes some planning to do it. As you and I were preparing for this, we were talking about that a lot, that everybody can do it easily, but they have to prepare for it. So let's talk about this. In the United States, and we'll do it that way. You can take it for any country that's watching and break it down the same way. If it were just you doing it, okay, we put 12 weeks in a quarter. Really, typically there's 13 weeks. So, in a quarter, there's 4 quarters, 13 weeks. But if we use 12, if you did 25 IBV per week, you'd get to your 300 IBV. Now, see, by breaking it down to 25 a week, it sounds a lot better than 300 total, doesn't it? But what if you said, I want to do and we don't want to, what we don't want to do is be that person who's at 301 and hoping there's a return going back, right? I know some of you have been there. I know that you've called me. We want to be the one who's way over. And really what you want to do, though, that's the goal. It's just doing as much as you can. If you can't make 300, maybe it's just you. If you do 200, but you're doing as much as you can, you're doing a great job. I'm going to tell you that. We want you to be aware of that. So we look at a set of goal of 30. That'd be 120 IBV per month. That'd be 360 IBV in a quarter on what you can do. And some of you might be saying, well, I could never do that personally on my own at all. We're going to try to show you how we think you could if you do what Andrew and I said, and that's prepare and plan for it. Now, this is an area, Andrew, I know as we talk, we think a lot of people are missing this with their customers. And we're just talking about doing a little bit that we could do it. What if you could get your customers doing 7 IBV per month, just 10 customers? I want you to think about it. I've done much better with this with my new customers than my old customers because I got them doing it right away. I created more of a habit. But things like whether it be shop local, get them to register their cards right away, and then it automatically inactivate their stores. Whether it's showing them how they're going to get that cash back that they can use towards their exclusive products. If they're buying Market America branded products and they got $20 in cash back, they achieved through partner stores, they can use that on our exclusive products. But 10 customers and 7 IBV, Andrew, is 70 IBV per month. That's 120 in a quarter. That would mean if you just did your 30, which is what an executive coordinator in IBV does per month, you would hit your 300. And we took a little time to break down those numbers just because we wanted you to see it's not as big sometimes as we think it is when we get to the end of a quarter and we see we got to do 300. Break it down ahead of time and plan.
Yeah, when you break it down, it just seems so doable. It's within reach. And once again, it goes back to just to breaking it down and taking the action. But actually, it's based on wherever you want to go because it goes with you. You know what I mean?
Miami, Wisconsin, right now, wherever we are.
Exactly. Your business is with you, So that's number one. So it's mobile, wherever you go. Number two, it's online, right? Number three, we have products that are in demand that people need and they want to live a healthy lifestyle, et cetera. And the fourth thing is community, connectivity, and with our community of entrepreneurs that's global, spanning 8 countries, not only are we connected, just anyway, we're connected economically. So that makes it even more of a special connection and a team effort, which is how the business is structured. So, but more and more people, of course, are shopping online to save money, to save time, for convenience. I think, I know some of my habits have changed. You think about having groceries delivered, having, food delivered, you know what I'm saying? You can execute almost anything that you need to get right from the comfort of your own home, even right from your mobile device. And so our business system enables people to capitalize on that, and it just makes too much sense. To me, the business makes common and economic sense. And especially in the time we're living in now, more and more people want to take control over their own financial position and future. And of course, we provide that with the unfranchised business. So it starts with you, the unfranchised owner, maximizing your IBV through shop.com and the partner stores, and like you mentioned, Jim, reaching out to your customers. Sometimes your customers aren't aware of what shop.com can provide. You never know, a little conversation can go a long way, and so,
I told you the conversation I had with my daughter, and remember, she was going to, and this is again, that awareness and that teaching, and she was going to order a couple books online. She said, I'm going to jump to Amazon and pick those up. And I said, you're going to go where? And I'm like, you live in this house still, and as long as you live here, you'll be going to Books A Million because that pays for the groceries that you're eating in the house that you live in. But it's an aware, and she just started cracking up because this is the way I am with everything. But it's an awareness of, if we're going to purchase, how do I get paid for it? You're saying it perfectly.
Well said, Jim. So let's see here. Yes, let's get started. The shopping. So we have, of course, when you think about IBV, creating IBV, going back to JR's original thought, idea, and vision that came to fruition. It wasn't maybe 4 or 5 years ago that we created the shopping annuity brand. Of course, everybody knows the shopping annuity. It's built or it's funded by the products and services that you're already purchasing. So it doesn't take any additional money, for the shopping annuity, which is true in a traditional annuity. But with the shopping annuity is where you're already spending for the products and services that you need and want, which contributes toward the growth of your business or creates more BV and IBV. And so we have the shopping annuity brand, which of course that brand has grown pretty dramatically over the past few years. And one of the most popular products within that brand is a product called Premium Immune Plus. And it's really a fantastic nutritional supplement that I use every single day.
Same here.
Ever since toward the big, what was it last? But nonetheless, I've used it every single day. And it has a very high IBV value, as you can see, for ultimately $20 unfranchised cost, getting 15 BV or IBV, which, as you can see, is over 75%. It's a very high percentage, and you can, for those people who have earned, one IBV commission, or even haven't earned an IBV commission, the one Immune Plus each month on your auto ship satisfies the accrual for IBV. So it's a great product.
And 2 takes care of it. even if you're an executive coordinator, two takes care. Like Lisa and I go through a bottle each, Andrew. So just the two of us take care of our 30 IBV. And this product is also a great product to give. I don't know if any of you have done this, but to give to your customers as a gift sometimes, because it's inexpensive, as Andrew said. It's a great way to reward them for doing some things. This product was our first one we talked about.
Very valuable supplement. Absolutely, Jim. And then, of course, we continue to add to the shopping annuity brand, and recently we came out with the premium well-being tea. It's been very, very popular, and once again, a good IBV value at $13.95 unfranchised cost, getting 7 IBV is considerable. And you think about the shopping annuity brand when we introduced it. Remember, unfranchised owners were buying these types of products. And I take these types of products from toothpaste to deodorant to razors to hand sanitizer, et cetera, from Walgreens or from CVS or from drugstore.com. But we're only getting a very small percentage of IBV, because only a small percentage we were getting back as a company in commissions in order to be able to reward the IBV. Well, what JR initiated was the company to create and source products that would enable us to satisfy the products that people were getting from the other retail stores, but now getting it from the unfranchised business and dramatically increasing the commissionable value. So we went from, say, 2 to 5%, to 15 to 50% is really what ended up happening.
To 75% on immune, Andrew. All the way up to 70,
even more, exactly. And then, as we introduced coffee, of course, and these are products that people use on a daily basis. So
I love the K cups on here. I call them K cups, but the coffee, use it all the time. In fact, I use it. I get two uses out of each one, because the second one's just a little weaker, so I can take that a little later in the day, so I'm not too hyped up.
Well, that's good. But at the end of the day, but once again, you would have bought coffee elsewhere.
That's right.
You got a either didn't get any IBV, or you're getting a very small percentage. Well, now you're getting 50% in IBV on the coffee, and it's good coffee, And listen, these little things might not sound too too significant. It's not going to create but think about every little bit counts. And when you have your team also executing and having the same awareness as you, taking action, you'll be surprised how quickly the IBV will start to accumulate. Right. And then once again, it really doesn't take that much effort, to do so.
Yeah. So, and when you look at all these things, Andrew, you said it perfectly. It's JR always says for IBV or BV to work, you got to build an organization. But when you build an organization and everybody's doing a little bit, and we're talking IBV right now, but I always bring this back to laundry detergent, fabric softener, hair care products. If you have 50 people all getting 5 BV from laundry detergent, they're using 1 a month, that starts to add up to a lot of BV. It's exactly what Andrew's saying about the IBV. And it's like Lisa my wife ran out of toothpaste yesterday. Went in, grabbed one of our toothpaste for her, so she's got that right away. And it's funny because the way I think, I'm like, there's some IBV. This is good. We're out of one thing. Come on, honey, put more on that toothpaste. Let's go. But that's the way it is. We're getting paid for what we do anyway, Andrew. So perfect.
Exactly. I mean, converting spending into earning. It's a concept you really can't really do anywhere else, especially having the volume that you create count for so many people. So it's not just you benefiting, it's your entire team. And remember, the MPCP with the referral tracking system is still, there's not another compensation plan that is as lucrative or as realistic, and it's just a phenomenal when you really understand the power of it. And every little bit counts, and it can really add up to be very right.
Yeah, and as you're taking a look at the things on your screen right now, some you might say, well, I only use that every so often. But again, it's exactly the way it adds up. If everybody's doing it, it'll add up and get to a lot. And Andrew, we do have some products that are, we'll call them our branded products as well, right?
A few of our exclusive products that we have, the Fix, the hair shampoo, thick hair shampoo and conditioner, the Lumiere DV hand and body cream, and the Hydroderm deep cleansing emulsion with skin, from Skintelligence. These three products, of course, are three of our exclusive brands, and you can get BV or IBV. So there's still three products you can get IBV for if you choose to. So there's from where we were a few years back to where we are now, there's so many more products that you can create IBV with, and so
and options.
And options, exactly. And this,
you and I were reviewing the gift cards, right? And taking a look at these and saying, wow, and I don't know if you guys have ever taken a look at this. If you go on your shop.com site and you type in e-gift, and I would space it cards, it'll pop up. And when you do that, you're going to see whether it's Petco, whether it's Groupon or Uber Eats. How many people have people order in now? Domino's. You go through this. Andrew knows my favorite airline is Delta. Everybody knows that's my favorite airline. But these are my kids got me a Delta gift certificate through my site, so I got paid for it when they did it because they know if they got it from somewhere else, there'd be a problem. But all of these gift cards are typically minimum, if you look, 7%. Some of them all the way up to 17 or 18%. And we won't go through all of them. We're just giving you a few to take a look at. But really tonight, we're going to move quick over the next 15 minutes or so. It's an awareness we want you to have. As Andrew and I talk about, it's awareness. We have Ristelli's. How many people like having food sent to them, whether it's great, perfectly aged meat, whether it's fish that will come perfectly sealed and frozen, but it's like 5-star restaurant food, and it's 22% IBV, 27 if you put it on auto ship. Now I know some people say, well, that's not something I can do. Great. We're giving you all the other options you're seeing. Maybe you don't like high quality meat. Maybe you love pizza. Get the Domino's gift card. Whatever it may be, you're going to find a way to do it. Andrew, one of the things they just came out with, and Eddie's been talking about this, is we have just come out with a home warranty coverage. It's $60 per month, $59.99, and you get 35% IBV, which comes to 21 IBV a month for having a home warranty. Now, a lot of you have home warranty coverage out there right now. Well, why not do it and get 21 IBV for it? Look into it, dig into it, and see if it makes sense. It goes back to what Andrew said in the very beginning. Compare what you have and then start to turn it into your business. And that's what you would do with this as well. One of the stores I love personally, and of course, a couple of Andrew's favorite hotels will be on here, but is our unfranchised travel. And you go to ordering, and you go down under ordering, you go to travel. You can see where that beautiful arrow is right there. So this is where you find this. Now, when you go there, what I want you to understand is you're going to get the best prices I've ever seen. I'm a hotels.com guy. I look on all the different sites. We get the best prices you can get. The one thing, though, I do have to tell you, if you book through this, you're booked immediately. You cannot cancel. You will get 11% IBV with that, though. And as you look at the destinations, all you do is put in the city, Andrew. You put in the date, and it pops up. And this is why I said we got some of Andrew's favorite hotels in Las Vegas as he goes there. So I just pulled this from his screen. But you can see the savings per night on the rooms, and 11% IBV with this. Again, if you haven't used this, I'm going to really recommend it. We're all starting to travel again. Travel's going to happen. I hope you're all traveling down to World Conference, by the way. We can't wait to see you. But this is our travel site. So there you go, Andrew. There's a few more of your hotels.
No, the hotel I need to ask them is either Encore or Wynn. You know what I mean? That's my favorite property in Las Vegas. But nonetheless, these are all fantastic. The Aria Resort. Yep, I noticed the Bellagio on there. Yeah, listen, once again, at a nice discount, but also once again, we're creating IBV.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Las Vegas in forever. I didn't know you put the Las Vegas.
We'll make a trip together for that one. How's that? Get your dad there with us.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the other thing, Andrew, I didn't know if you knew this, and I'm sure you did, but the IBV on this is awarded within 24 to 48 hours. So, a lot of times people buy things on our partner stores and they're like, oh, I got to wait until, I'm there. I got to wait until I travel. With our premier travel store, once you book it, because it's non-refundable, I'm going to say that again, you can't cancel on it. You get the IBV right away.
Yeah, that's true of the Rastellis as well. These are direct partners that we have. There's a variety of companies that have directly partnered with shop.com that enables us to give, almost instant IBV. But listen, for everything else, at the end of the day, it's going to come in. It's going to, you're going to get credited with it, and it's going to accumulate it within your organization. So it just still makes sense. So,
Right.
So with respect to the partner stores, as unfranchised owners, as individuals who are committed to converting their spending into earning, in order to ensure that you're getting the credit, you want to make sure that, number one, you're logged into your site. Okay, make sure you're logged into your site before making any transactions. And secondly, making sure that you've downloaded Shop Buddy to your browser. Those are two, very simple things to do, but obviously make a big difference.
They do. And I would add to that, Andrew, the best browser typically, if you have a choice of browsers to use with Shop Buddy, it seems to be Chrome. I know that we all use different, but some people, I tell them just use Chrome for your Shop Buddy if you need to, for your shop.com site. It seems to have a better access with everything. And these are, Andrew, some of the stores that don't participate with Shop Buddy. I know we had talked about sharing this with people because there's certain stores that say, hey, I don't want to participate with Shop Buddy, but you can still get credit for shopping there. How do you do that? Well, to ensure credit, always go through shop.com. As an owner, I would recommend that you go to shop.com, then go to a store. Like here, I think we talked about Adidas earlier. That's one where if you go to Adidas by itself, Shop Buddy doesn't pop up, you won't get any credit. If you go to shop.com, then type in Adidas and get the store, you'll get your full credit on there.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Jim. I didn't realize that until earlier today.
Andrew, and I know we talk about this, but what we're trying to do is take away some of the sticky points or the things that get discouraging, So if we can show you things that to make sure you don't make an error, then we're helping you with it. And that's what we sort of planned as we did this. With this here, what we're looking at here is always check store info too. Walmart's a great example. It's the reason we picked this one when we did it, because on their site, you'll see some things give you 4% IBV, some could give you 3, some give you 2, some will give you 0. People say, well, I spent X amount at Walmart, but I didn't get the IBV, Andrew. Well, the answer is, unfortunately, you didn't look at the conditions, and we don't make the conditions. We have to live with what the stores give us. We want to give you as much IBV as we can, but we have to do what they do with it. So I want to make sure that you're aware of that.
Yeah, listen, in a store like that, I'd much rather have them as a partner, with selected items having 4% or 3% or 2%. If some have 0, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'd still rather have all the items I can get some IBV for, as opposed to not having them as a partner at all. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The company is ultimately always looking to provide more opportunities to create IBV for unfranchised owners. I mean, that just continues. I think it's pretty apparent of what's happened over the past several years as we've evolved, we've grown, we've improved, and the technology continues to get better and the navigation gets easier. So, we're always going to be adjusting to make it easier and faster to create, IBV.
Andrew, I wanted to thank you for letting us use that picture of you as a baby on this. It's fantastic to have this. But we're going to fly through a couple things now, and these are just some different stores. By the way, they change at different times. People will say Andrew will call me up and say, well, why is this one off? Or whatever. Someone called me and they can't, we talked about it a week ago and it's gone. It happens. Stores they basically have marketing budgets, a lot of them. And that marketing budget, sometimes they have it for online, sometimes they don't. So when you see it go off, it's not typically because we as a company want it to go off. They've gone offline for a little bit. But I want to show you some of theirs. How about baby gifts? Different things like that right now that you have the ability to do. Our stores for the teenagers, the kids stores, the things like that, let alone in gift cards. I was going through this Fat Brain Toys. You take a look at some of this. I had never even heard of some of these, but they're sort of fun when you take a look at it. How about things like Walgreens, CVS? Has anybody been buying any things at stores like that recently? And you can order it on our site and go pick it up too, which is great as well.
Yeah, no, listen, once again, yeah, look, 61.5. Yeah, listen, there's individual products we've been able to secure and bring on, to provide higher IBV values. There's direct partners we've been able to incorporate into our model. And there's still the affiliate program where it links off. At the end of the day, once again, we're looking to satisfy what the original thought and idea or premise was, which to provide a business system, once again, that enables you to convert your spending into earning or get paid on almost anything that you need or want. And listen, I think back 5, 10, 15, 20, and even almost 30 years ago, we hardly had anything. And now look where we are, and it's only going to get even better as we continue to grow.
Yeah, so, and that includes shop.com grocery, 16.5% IBV. A question came up, Andrew. They asked about those stores we were showing, that you have to go to the store to get there. That can be found, by the way, at unfranchise.com under support materials. I think if you look up partner stores, I know we have had that in there. I want to make sure for whoever asked that you look there for it and you'll be able to see it. But again, as an unfranchised owner, I'm going to recommend you go through shop.com most of the time. It's your customers who are probably going to use more the Shop Buddy with the partner stores and doing that. We use Kroger Ship all the time. It's only 2% IBV, but it is so simple. We get our our paper towels, our toilet paper, and our trash bags. Simple things like that at 2%. It's just a no-brainer. Order it, comes to the house. But so many ways. Again, Andrew and I are going through this, we were like, how can people not get this as we're going through if we plan?
Yeah, and we've had a lot of discussions with many unfranchised owners, and sometimes like you broke it down. So you say 300 IBV. Wait a minute, how can I do that? I don't think I can do that. It's without reach. But at the end of the day, once again, just like we started off, breaking it down and seeing everything that's available, that's accessible, that you can create the IBV, it really becomes a bit of a no-brainer once you plan and are aware. But at the end of the day, this is not this converting spending into earning is not going to build your business. It's not going to enable you to create, the income to get you to the higher unfranchised levels or more than likely to reach your financial goals. However, the converting spending and earning should be happening almost automatically or simultaneously to performing the result producing activities. That's why we changed, the Shop Annuity Master Member Program. We shifted everything to the Master Unfranchised Owner Program, because at the end of the day, it's about building and growing if you have a desire to do so. Some people want to be in the business and access the exclusive products at unfranchised costs and get, and convert spending into earning, create a little customer base and make a little extra money. That's fine. But for those people who want, don't expect just converting spending into earning to grow your business. Okay.
I'm so glad you said that, Andrew. It's so good, because that is, we really went to the Master UFO program because we want people to succeed the way they want to succeed. And we want to make sure as a company, we're giving you that foundation. And this is a great thing to have, but it should be, as Andrew said, almost seamless. Like you're doing it anyway. Why wouldn't you get paid on it? Why wouldn't it make sense to do it? And I think when you take that attitude that he just talked about, it becomes easy to see how to do it. Hey, Andrew, let's ask everyone to do us a favor.
Okay.
In the chat, put your favorite store that you shop from. Put your favorite store in the chat that you shop from. I see a lot of you are communicating on the raise.com. We didn't even mention that, Andrew. Great gift stores, Staples, Best Buy, Chewy. We use Chewy for the dogs, obviously.
Yeah.
So Home Depot, Wayfair. I mean, it's wonderful to see this.
Oh, yeah. And listen, that's awesome. Too fast to read. I see Ray's coming up there, and Chewy came up several times. Yeah, wow. There's Rastelli. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome.
it's what's great is you guys are the people who are using it, obviously, yet you're taking time to be here. Now what we need to do is take, when this comes out as a video, get this to your teammates who maybe aren't on auto ship for IBV, who don't understand how it can impact their organization over time, who don't know they can get 16.5% on IBV on office supplies, or don't know they can go to stores. I just bought a microphone for the computer, Andrew, because I wanted to sound. Cullen has this great microphone. He sounds so good on it. So I called him up. I said, Cullen, what? He sent me the brand. He sent me everything. I got it. I didn't have time to set it up, so I know I'm a little loud at times, but hopefully that'll mute me down a little bit. But I got IBV for doing it. That was my one thing on the stores I looked at. What brand? Cullen, can you type the brand in there? I know he was on with us earlier. Because I know it, but I'd have to open the box right now, and I don't want to do it while we're talking. I could do an open box trip.
He defrauded everybody. He put it in there. I just saw.
Okay, good. Yeah, Rhodey, that is it.
Cullen's quick.
Cullen's on it. And I would be missing, Andrew, if we didn't talk about some of the stores we do on an everyday basis, like these here. Whether it be Staples, Logitech is a great store for things you need for your office supplies as well. If you looked at automobiles, everybody drives. How about getting new tires and getting paid for it? Advanced auto parts. Again, it's so easy to not do it, and it's so easy to do it. The question is, do you want to get
profound? Very profound there, Mr. Winkler. Very profound.
It's Winkler's wisdom on Wednesday, Andrew. Which could also be Weissman's wisdom on Wednesday too. Yeah. So we can use that both ways. If you have animals, Chewy's a partner store, Petco's a gift card. So you've got, again, great ways to do that. Andrew, I love what Eddie Alberti has done with us for Shop Local.
Yeah.
Continues to add stores, continues to add nationwide brands. I know we had some people on from Taiwan. In Taiwan, it's the local stores have become so huge for us. But one thing I want to remind everybody, make sure you put your credit cards that you use in on your Shop Local. Go to your site on shop.com, and then make sure you activate all these. If you don't activate them, it doesn't count. Lisa and I live between Wisconsin and Arizona, and when we go to Arizona, the first thing we do, we put in our zip code and we activate every restaurant within probably 20 miles of us, because that way, even if we forget it's a restaurant, by using the credit card on file, it's activated, we get credit on it.
Well done.
We do that when we travel as well. And a really big shout out to Eddie on continuing to expand this program. And by the way, guys, it can be better if we get more people personally to do this, but by talking to more restaurants about joining us, and we can go do that, Andrew.
Jim, Eddie Alberti and his team, they have done a phenomenal job. I'm glad you gave them a shout out, but that's something I can improve on. I haven't thought about, activating when I get into a different area. I can improve that area, that part. And once again, is more IBV, right?
You're setting me up on this one, Andrew. With you, with food, you could hit the shot. You could hit the 300 IBV just eating. We got to get you to activate this.
Give it a shot. That's awesome.
But yeah, look at some of these. Look at some of the nationwide ones that he's provided for us as well, which is great as we take a look at these and ones people go to on an every day.
I remember when he did, I think Burger King was like the first kind of nationwide, franchise or chain that came on as a restaurant, but I didn't realize we had all those. I just, listen, you learn something every day.
We do. And, it's one of the beauties of our businesses. There's so many things. It's one thing that can overwhelm people, but this is why we're saying just make it part of your life. Spend time like this and then go out and do it. And by the way, you can have all this on your phone, and all I'm doing is showing phone screens here where you can activate it on your phone. You can make sure you get notification. Like I get notified if I go by a Shop Local restaurant or a Shop Local site, because it'll notify me on the phone. You're next to one, I can click it, it'll tell me what it is. And in your shop.com account, I want to make sure everybody knows, this is my personal one so you can see I don't screw around. You have the Adorama, by the way, is where I was able to pick up the microphones and some stands and some things like that. And again, not huge IBV, but you know what? I was going to buy it anyway. And this is what I keep trying to say to people. I was going to do it anyway. But, by doing this, you can track where you're going, what you're doing, how much you're spending, and it puts it there for you on money you're already putting out. That's in your shop.com back office. Andrew, we're moving so quick. It's like we're just trying to give an overview. We have Marketplace. One of my favorite stores, as you know, Andrew, is wine.com. And
Yes,
that is
sir.
not what I'm drinking right now. I'm producing BV with aloe juice right now. But soon, I'm going to be watching you do an interview, and I'll be producing IBV. And that's how I like to look at this. You got to have fun with this stuff. 6% IBV. They have wine.com has a stewardship program where you spend $50 and you get free shipping for the year. Whether you order 1 bottle, 12 bottles, 100 bottles, it's free shipping on that. You can use things like Zazzle or personalization.com to have different things done. This was it's got a W on there, which I guess could go for either one of us on there with our glasses. But this one would have to go to me for Winkler Oasis. But what I'm showing you is, again, all I'm trying to do is say we live this. We do it. It's what we do. It's the way we look at it. And Andrew, on our Unfranchised News every week, they do a great job of listing new stores that have come back to us, increased IBV, things like that as well.
And it's happening in every country. It's not just in the United States. In every country, there's additional stores being added to shop.com. And our team is always looking to negotiate and create more commissions so we can provide higher IBV values. That's just a kind of a standard operating procedure, if you will. So as a homework assignment, we're kind of winding down a lot of information rather quickly, and hopefully I feel like it was very valuable. So number one, email the below items to, masterufo@marketamerica.com. The first item is to order from one partner store that you've never ordered before. That's a cool.
We gave them a lot of examples tonight, didn't we?
Yep. Absolutely. The second item here is to contact 3 customers to give them a quick shop.com site tour. And it's just a matter of just, once again, having them have the awareness that they can access shop.com through you. And of course, we have a lot of things that Amazon.com doesn't have. And one of them is relationships, people power. And so, there's never going to be, and there never has been until us, to have a shopping site that enables the relationship to be maintained, the connection to a human being, but also with all the technology available through shop.com. So, and just talk to them about the fact they can earn cash back. They're not earning cash back elsewhere. Why not, once again, buy the same things they'd be buying anyway from probably the same companies that they can access through shop.com, but now get some cash back for those same transactions, Jim.
Yeah, and show them how to maybe download Shop Buddy, right? Make it really simple on them on a way to do it. And then send in your accountability sheet to your captain. I'm going to assume because you're taking the time, you want to be on that accountability, you want to see your business grow. So make sure you send it in. And captains, make sure you send that to Master UFO at marketamerica.com each Sunday. And always put in there any great, if something great happens during the week, in the notes, put something in there like that. Here's where you would put the partner store you've never ordered from that now you're ordering from. Put something positive in there because you want to do something positive for your business every day. And we've got, next week's going to be a lot of fun, Andrew.
Great one. Great subject matter, prospecting, qualifying, and sponsoring. We're very selective in who we choose to partner with. You have to qualify to be part of this community. And Lisa Martin, who's of course the director in the business, she's fantastic. She goes through a lot of detail and a lot of great coaching and guidance. And Jimmy mentioned she's probably going to be having her husband, Don Martin, as a guest on that. So it's going to be a great session to learn how to more effectively and efficiently and more naturally how to prospect, qualify, and sponsor new people into your organization. It's going to be a great session.
Yeah, it will be. And as you take a look at all these weeks that are coming up, put it in your calendar. This is your night to get together, to spend 45 minutes learning something maybe new about your business or reminding yourself of something that's going to help you grow. Andrew, it has been a pleasure as always getting to spend some time with you.
Always a
I'm
pleasure,
looking
Winkler.
forward to your interviews. I'm sure they'll be entertaining as they always are. And I'm really looking forward to IBV for the company increasing dramatically when you just activate all the stores you eat at. It's going to be tremendous.
And one more last thought: when the IBV increases, that just means more commissions are being earned by unfranchised owners.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that's ultimately what it's all about. So everything that we do to enhance the technology, to add a partner, to renegotiate, to create more IBV, it's all to create more frequent and bigger commissions for unfranchised owners who are executing, the tasks and activities outlined in the Getting Started guide. And then, of course, as a master unfranchised owner. So I think this has been a great session, Jim. Thank you very much. It's been great to partner with you on this. And I'm hopeful that everybody does take the action, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody in a few weeks in Fort Lauderdale. New venue, new city. It's going to be a phenomenal hybrid 2022 World Conference, and it's going to be really special.
Make that commitment, guys. Make it to yourself. If you are healthy and well and you feel comfortable, get there. There is nothing like being in person. There's nothing like the energy you get. If you can't get online, make sure you watch it and work to get. I said last night, get one more person there. Lauren corrected me. She said, get 3 more people there.
Exactly.
Let's make this the greatest event ever, because we know what we're going to be providing. So you're going to enjoy it. And if you like tonight, you're going to have a whole bunch of fun stuff. And boy, when Mark Ashley brings it out for stuff like this, Andrew, he loves to get into the IBV items. It's going to be a lot of fun. I need to let you go. You need to get on and ready for the next one. Everyone, you're great. Thanks for staying with us the whole time, and have a great evening.
Stay healthy and safe.